Hello everybody. So today we have a special guest with us. It is CA Naman Bhandari, a special student to us, joined us in the COVID batch, and today he stands as a chartered accountant. A very proud moment for us as faculty members. So today we would like to ask Naman about his journey at Yeshas Academy, starting all the way from foundation to inter. Over to you, Naman.
Yeah, thank you, Nilisha. Hello, everyone. CA Naman Bhandari this side. So, yeah, as Nilisha rightly mentioned, I am right here from CA Foundation. Completed my CA Foundation in November 2020 in a COVID batch, wherein even Yeshas was new to the COVID era, wherein the first time we students, when entered the CA course, came to know how recorded lectures have to be seen, how do we, solve doubts with teachers, how do we, attend Zoom sessions to clarify our doubts, had live sessions as well many times. And then by God's grace and Yesh's beautiful teaching, I cleared foundation and then joined the early bird batch of intermediate, wherein still had the doubt whether I clear foundation, but then yes, did clear it. And same as well, when I joined intermediate, we did have a physical batch for 2 weeks, but that didn't last because COVID had it back. So we again had gone back to the old mode. But then as started from COVID batch, the online version felt better to me because the quality of teaching, no matter it's offline or online, Yeshas is always supreme. So that way I completed intermediate also. Had very few time because since it's online batch, took a more time to complete the lectures. I didn't usually take August generally, but we did till September. But then Nilisha, I just remember putting a video that used to have 2 months. One group for each month is enough. And that motivational video is, always have a special place in my heart. So I keep on seeing that video again and again. By God's grace again, cleared both the groups of CA intermediate in the first attempt. Then I moved on to Articleship. And then at Articleship, I was from BDO India LLP in Corporate and International Taxation. Again, when I was in Articleship, Nilesh did ask me that if you want any other help during the course, that is, how do I manage Articleship and studies? Since I was from online batch, Nilesh did insist me that you can continue to online batch itself because you've become used to that. And physical batch is a bit difficult for me to, adapt at this stage. So again, he had given me all the help during the course of CA final as well, and today I've cleared my CA final as well.
Well, hearty congratulations, Naman.
Thank you,
let's get into some specific details. Throughout this journey, everything was first attempt?
Yep, sir.
Everything was first attempt. Fantastic. During this journey, talk about when were the difficult times there?
Yeah, so I still remember one day, there was a quote on YouTube which says, if I'm not carried on in the CA journey, it's not a beautiful journey. So
haven't we all done this?
Yeah, so I've just cried one day in my entire CA journey. That was when I used to come to physical batches of Yeshas for intermediate, as I mentioned earlier. Mm-hmm. And it used to be very hectic because going back and revising was difficult for me. So one particular day, I was blank in class because I couldn't revise.
All right.
Because I was tired going to physical classes, coming back home and revising.
Right.
I cried that day because why did I choose physical class? It was a silly reason, but then that was a moment I thought I'll share it with Nilesh sir once I clear.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Chalo. So you preferred that, sir, I want to save time of traveling.
100%.
Fantastic.
And during finals, since we end up doing more of work in office and we think that's more important, but once Nilesh sir always said me that studies is equally important because degree is what will give me the future I want. No matter work is important, no matter the experience you do, practical is important, but studies is important. So balancing studies and Articleship at a Big 5 firm was difficult, but then did manage it. There was the ups and downs. Sometimes I used to, miss classes because of season and works in office. But then I always give priority. I compromise sleep, compromise going out, compromise movies, but then give time to lectures and try doing it in the best manner.
Fantastic. Let's talk about what are the best memories throughout these 5 years.
So, yeah, the best memory would be 6th July when I cleared. That is the best moment.
But during the 5 years,
During the 5
leading
years,
up to 6th July.
yeah. So during the 5 years, best moment. One thing is, I never believed I'll clear both groups of inter in first attempt.
Okay.
Because there were 8 papers passed then. And when I cleared, I still didn't believe. We all three for friends checked the results 2 times.
Okay.
Have we really cleared all the 8 papers? So that was a very funny moment. Wherein I just met my friends yesterday. We're all qualified chartered accountants. We still discuss about the intermediate mark sheet despite becoming chartered accountants. So this is a silly moment and a funny moment, I believe.
I am sorry to break this to you,
Yeah.
but this feeling is going to stay for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I guess all CA students or qualified chartered accountants will relate to this,
Yeah.
that your CA student journey stays with you probably, even though I cannot say it confidently, but what I have seen with the other seniors
Yeah.
probably stays with the rest of your life.
100%.
So I guess good memories and good things to resonate.
Correct.
To all the students who have recently qualified their CA inter,
Yeah.
they would also be looking to join Articleship.
Yes.
And at your time, again, you wanted to join the Big Four, Big Five.
Yes.
And the same doubt continues to persist even today.
100%.
Today, should a student join a mid-sized firm, a small firm, or the Big Four or the Big Ten, however you want to call it?
Yeah.
What would be, after working at a Big Five, what would be your recommendation working over there? What was the experience there? Do share that. And what would you recommend your juniors who have just passed their examination for inter as well, luckily on 6th July too?
Yeah.
What would you recommend them?
Sure, sir. So, well, my recommendation in this goes that it again depends on choice. So there are two kinds. Basically, when you're in intermediate, you have 2 wings open. If you want to do specialization at an early stage, like for me, when I was in intermediate, I had a very good love with direct tax. So I wanted to do something more better in corporate and international taxation. I chose that as a profession. But those who are looking out for articleship now, my simple question is, ask yourself, what do you want to do? I still remember Dhananjay sir had put a video on choosing mid-size and Big Four firms. So what you can do is you can just list down 10 questions, very simple questions. For example, what do you want to do 5 years down the line at least? If, for example, you're looking for a Big Four, for example, then is it close to your place? Because travel is something, especially in a place like Bangalore, you need to save time, because along with your articleship, you need to study. So if it's close to your place and you're interested, that goes a tick. Make a 10 pointers list. If out of 10, you're getting 6 and above as a tick of your choice. For example, you have 2 columns. I can just put it in an Excel sheet. 10 questions of yours, mid-size, Big Four. If you're getting 6 ticks in Big Four, I would suggest go to Big Four.
Go with the majority.
Yeah.
Go where you're getting
Exactly.
the maximum ticks.
Yeah. And if someone who's looking for working at Big Four and Big Six, I have an experience there. To be honest, the experience, more than experience of work, the confidence, the way you communicate, your body language, especially your approach to people changes a lot, because not that the big mid-size principals will not teach you. Definitely, they are all chartered accountants that have immense knowledge. But then environment is what matters at the end of the day.
Yes.
So those looking for building confidence in themselves, they should break the ice that I'll go to mid-size firm, sit silently, work there, and come back. Please stop doing that. Make yourself set goals for yourself every day. That I spoke to 10 people today, I'll speak to 12. I'll break that bar, so that I know people know me. I have lose the fear of talking and communication. While those looking for practice majorly or want to explore more fields in articleship, I would recommend going to mid-sized firms, because there you get a 4-5 field exposure. You get to know how an entire client runs, right from his accounts being prepared, right from his returns being prepared, audit and all those stuffs. So it again goes on your personal choice at the end of the day. And lastly, I would like to say that going to a mid-sized firm or a Big Four corporate is a personal choice, no bias to it. But then it's all on the student's choice, his wish, and how he wants to see himself further.
Fantastic. But let's come to the most important question, which I'm sure a lot of the people watching this video have. I'm assuming they are pursuing their CA final. How do we clear CA final in the first attempt?
A difficult question to answer, but yeah, first thing is I would like to say to all students, also told this to many of my juniors physically who've met me, and I've told them that once we clear intermediate, we are basically 50% chartered accountants before going to articleship. So we feel that we've studied a lot, foundation, inter, let's take a break for 6-8 months. But I usually would not recommend that. What happens is when you start after 6-8 months, you feel pressurized. I have 6 subjects to complete. Now we have 4 SPOMs to complete.
Correct.
That becomes, big, difficult. And I always believe quality more than quantity. So if you study, give proper time to each subject. That is, start before. Like early bird batch of intermediate is always helpful. Similarly, early bird batch of final is not there, but it can be a self batch of yours, right? You can start early. Rather than 6 months break, take a 2 months break from intermediate. Start your FA finals. Because some subjects, like for example FR, the syllabus doesn't changes. You
Correct.
can start it very early, finish it up, then you'll have time for subjects like which direct tax or indirect tax, because there is amendments in that.
Correct.
So what I did is I started very early. Just after my articleship began, I took the classes from Yeshas for FR, finished it very diligently, and I'm a morning person. Always used to study 6 to 8 lectures, fixed, no matter what happens, I will see the lectures. I know I had 3 years time for final exams, but I did lectures Monday to Saturday and Sunday extra obviously, and then I used to revise what I did throughout the week, so that I'm not completely away from what I've studied in the listened in the lectures. Similarly for other subjects as well, I did it early. One very important line you should by heart this line, that I need to complete all my lectures before I go for CA exams leave. I don't think there's any more exam leave in
Correct.
the new
now
scheme.
there is a fixed study period, fortunately for all students.
But in my case, I had exam leave for 6 months. I had made up my mind that before going for exam leave, I'll complete my lectures. So that in the 6 months time, I'll only revise and focus on reading, self-reading.
And you managed to do this by going to the Big Five as well.
Yes, sir. So,
so a very key takeaway from what you have said, and the key takeaway is that Naman always followed a discipline.
Yes, sir.
So discipline is the most important thing as CA students.
100%.
Structured method of studying.
100%.
Ideally also a time of studying which you followed.
Yeah.
And the dedication that I have to do it.
Correct.
Rather than I'm only going to try to do it as probably one of the reasons for the success that you have achieved today.
Yes, absolutely.
Please, if you would, I'd like to elaborate more about the journey. What did you do in the last 6 months?
Yeah. So in the last 6 months, I always remember one term every day in the morning. That is the term is revise. The revision itself has a meaning. You read it again. That is, you see the terms again. So again, the number of revision again is on student capabilities. 3, 4, 5 is just a number. It depends on how you do it, how you want to remember it, because we study for 2.5 years, 3 years, but the exam is for 3 hours. The 100 marks question paper, 120 marks question paper, has all the things around, but what we need today is 3 hours to execute. So you need to have everything on your fingertips. That's only possible by revising again and again and again. No matter it is 5 times, 6 times, until you're satisfied, you need to revise. So revise is the only key I followed.
Fantastic.
And I used to give equal time to each subject, no matter it's theory or practical. Equal time to each subject is important, because ICI never says that this is easy, this is difficult.
Right.
All 6 papers are equally important. So I would request everyone to give equal time, give equal value to each subject, and make a proper timetable. And Yeshas, of course, is tremendous in giving beautiful timetables. The faculties spend a lot of time with students, giving them proper timetable as to how many days you need to do this subject, what hour you need to spend for a particular concept. So you please do follow that, and that will really help you in clearing finals.
Thank you so much, Naman.
Yeah.
I hope his journey has inspired the ones who are currently either deciding to take up the chartered accountancy course, are in the foundation or inter, or are currently about to write their CA final examination. Very, very proud to have students such as yourself who have started their journey and have completed the entire journey with us.
Yes.
2020 batch has been a special batch personally for me as well. So I take immense pride when
Thank you, sir.
the students of this batch have now today become qualified chartered accountants. So welcome to the fraternity.
Thank you, sir.
I hope this video was helpful to you all, and we will see you all in the next one. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.